videos and essential content for your exams. So people, those who are new here, and most of you might be from EC. So I just want to tell you, please do subscribe to our channel and also like the video. And if you feel this video is useful, then please do share as much as possible. So this is basically a series of important questions and important topics related to R22 regulation for upcoming exams. And before starting this video, I just want to tell you that the important topics and important questions shown in this video are purely a guesswork, and this might or might not come in the exam. Moreover, it is really tough to predict the final question paper, because it is prepared by Jntuh, not by any other sources. So please do concentrate. And the purpose of making this video is to help students making the topic simpler and explaining the questions accordingly, according to unit, breaking down the syllabus. So I hope you guys understood it, and please do subscribe, guys. I'll make more and more of videos, and also let me know which is your next subject, and what subject should I make the videos next. So coming to the video, guys, it's analog circuits. Okay, so important topics for semester and exams. Now coming up to our first segment, that is syllabus. So analog circuit syllabus is little lengthy when you check, because there are so many topics to be covered, and in every topic this is would be related to one chapter. For example, BJT biasing and also BJT amplifiers are again. Then you will learn about FET, then you will learn about multi-stage. So these are related to each other. So in first unit you have BJT biasing, and another topic you have analysis and design of a small signal low frequency BJT amplifiers. So as I say in my every videos, if you have watched that, and if you want previous question paper, guys, of EC all subjects, you can just check in our shorts section. I have uploaded all subjects. Just search for your subject name. Okay, so here, if coming back to our video, if there is a topic like BJT biasing and analysis and design of small signal low frequency BJT, so one question from this and one question from this are compulsory, so you need to prepare accordingly. Now coming to the unit 2, you need to have FET biasing techniques and FET amplifier. So one is biasing techniques, how you bias this, maybe forward bias, reverse bias, that technique, and you have FET amplifiers. In also you have JFET amplifiers. In this, in FET, you have JFET, junction field effect transistor, if you call it transistor, and this is bijunction transistor. Okay, and coming to the unit 3, these are multi-stage amplifiers and transistor at high frequency. So what is the meaning of this? Whenever there is a thing like this, two one question from multi-stage amplifiers and one question from transistor and high frequency are compulsory in the exam, so you just need to prepare accordingly. Now coming to unit 4, so unit 4 will have feedback amplifiers. In feedback, there are two kinds of feedbacks. One is positive feedback and one is negative feedback. But at most important, and every time we consider, is negative feedback amplifier. So it is obvious that one question from negative feedback amplifier would be definitely appearing in the exam. Maybe it might be a problem, maybe it might be a theory part. In theory part, what are the chances of getting questions, we'll discuss in the video coming forward. Okay, and unit 5 is oscillators. In this, there are four types of oscillators, four or five types of oscillators. One is RC phase shift oscillator, wave bridge oscillator, and there is LC oscillator, and you have Hartley and Colbert's oscillator, frequency stability of oscillator, and crystal oscillator. Maybe you might get questions from these only. So just prepare for two or three oscillators here, then definitely you can attempt one question in the final exam. I mean, like one long question. Now coming to our second segment, tips to pass. So as I say in my every video, prepare three chapters perfectly. And meanwhile, if you have not liked the video, please do like, guys, and focus on short questions, especially 1 mark. So as you know, you will write more and more short questions, then definitely your chances of getting pass will increase gradually. Okay, and units to prepare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because the units are related, so you have to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only, because and if you shuffle anything, then it will be difficult for you to understand the topics. And problems are mandatory, not that mandatory, you can study I mean theory, and also you can pass. But if you are good at problems, if you are good at maths and good at your equations, then problems will definitely help you getting good marks. So now coming to the important topics. What are the important topics from unit 1? The transistor biasing and stability, bias compensation using diodes, fixed bias, self bias. These are two different topics. One is fixed bias and one is self bias. And H parameters, also known as H parameters, frequency response of BJT amplifiers, effect of coupling by bypass capacitors on CE amplifier, common emitter amplifier. Okay, correct me if I am wrong. And coming to the important questions, so because before coming to the important questions, so if you want more important questions of every subject, you can just check with the exam update app. Not only R22, we have uploaded that for R18 also, important questions, and you can check. It is on the Play Store, and it is free to use. You can just type, go to Play Store and type exam, EXAMUPDT, and find our. Okay, so now coming to the important questions. What are the important questions? You can check here. If you want, you can just screenshot it. But these are all common questions. If theory part is allowed, then these will be the questions. Likely, this will be the questions. And if you are expecting something like short questions, then the short questions will be like this. Define the following terms: early effect, forward biasing, something like that. Only one line questions. We will see at the end of the video how this will be. So one question like this, relevant expression for the CC amplifier. What is CC amplifier? You have to derive the expression for it. And if there is a formula, I mean, if there is a problem coming from this video, from this unit, then it will be something like this. So this is the most basic thing I have given here. So for example, in a forward bias, VCC is 12 watt, resistance of collector is 4 kilo ohm, and RB. So something like this. So this is the most basic formula. You can check with our previous question paper and prepare accordingly for the problem, because nobody can guess which problem is going to come, and it becomes a little tough. So coming to the unit 2, what are the unit 2, from where you can expect questions? You can expect questions from MOSFET, you can expect questions from FET biasing techniques, common source amplifier with resistive, diode connected, and current source load. So these are the topics for second unit. Coming to the questions, you can check this: n channel MOSFET, VI characteristics of JFET. If the question paper is easy, I think any of these two question will appear. Explain construction and operating of JFET and VI characteristics of JFET. So these are the, I mean, like, these are the basic questions which might ask, they might ask. So these are all the theory part, and if there are any problems, you can practice. We'll just check with your previous question paper segment in the last, and check if there is any problem they have asked from the second unit. That is also we'll discuss. And unit 3, you have Darlington pair, which is important, and there is hybrid pi model. I'm sorry about this thing, this is pi. uh, and the common emitter transition model for F alpha and F beta, distortion in amplifier, different coupling schemes used in amplifier. So these are the important topics for unit 3. You might expect a questions. Again, I am telling that these are not the definitely these are going to come. Some people are commenting that ఇవి చదువుకుంటే చాలా, are these enough for exams to pass? I'm not saying that these are pass, but this will make your, I mean, like, syllabus structure easy. And this video will provide you knowledge that which topics to target for the exam, so that will be beneficial for you in the exams. Coming to the important questions, unit 3, you can check with these important questions. Explain hybrid pi model. Here we can see this question appearing. And this one also, cascade amplifier and bootstrap emitter follower Darlington pair. So this is what we discussed in the previous slide, and also here itself. And explain bandwidth. So there are less chances of asking about bandwidth, but more chances of asking about RC coupled amplifier, hybrid pi model, and a problem. If there is any problem or expression, then definitely you have to study that. It is a tricky subject. I mean, like, there are a lot of things you can understand from this. There are a lot of I mean, like, topics you have to prepare, and there is a lot of scope for you to score marks here. So that's what I say. So unit 4, you have feedback amplifiers. As we discussed in the starting of the video, feedback amplifiers are two types. So basically there are three types. We'll not go deep into the subject. The positive, negative, and unity. Um, feedback amplifier. So basically, the most important in the whole EC thing in the electronics would be negative amplifier. Negative amplifiers are most important thing. So there is a chance of asking uh, negative feedback amplifiers, and also problems related to feedback. So what I mean, definitely problems related to negative feedback. You can just follow that. We'll just check in the last segment in our video end, where we'll discuss questions from unit 4 also. So important questions, unit 4, what would be? I've given all the theory. If there is any problem, then you can practice. So again, one more question if you are expecting, you can expect like this: explain noise, distortion, gain, negative feedback amplifier. Just a line or two. You can just write that. Okay. So if this question is asked for what are the four types of feedback amplifier, that they might ask for 1 mark. And if they are asking for long, explain four types of feedback amplifier with the need sketch. Advantages of disadvantages, they might not ask this, but explain characteristics of negative feedback might be certain in your exam. Okay, so here I have given that eight problem. I mean, like not eight problem, but this you ignore this problems related to types of feedback amplifiers. Again, I am highlighting that thing, feedback amplifiers. Now coming to unit 5, what are the topics? Hartley and Colpitt's oscillator, LC type oscillator, Weybridge oscillator, RC phase shift oscillator. So I have given everything, unit 5. So you can expect one question from this. So this is how your unit 5 looks like. And also how the questions will be framed. Equivalent circles of a crystal, explain the frequency of oscillator with BJT, explain frequency and stability of oscillators, Weybridge oscillators, explain crystal oscillators. So these are the types of theory questions. Again, if there is any problem, you have to practice. So that's mandatory thing, because, and I'll tell you a trick on how to counter this problems also if you don't know anything. So in our last segment, we'll discuss about previous question papers. Okay. So previous question paper. This is a question paper of August 2024. For your information, people are commenting that through Insta that the question paper they have seen is a little different. So for your understanding, I'm telling that this is August 2024. Okay. So here again, see these two questions are from first unit. Write the need of stabilization of operating point. Illustrate the effect of coupling capacitors on the frequency response. Again, this is from second unit. What is thermal runaway? Compare a performance of BJT and FED. So when this kind of questions come, you have to give in one or two lines. Compare performance is this is I mean one is efficient, one is not, one is costing, another is not. That's how it is. So one's gain frequency is high, one's gain frequency is low, that like. So this is from the third unit. Define the term distortion that generally occurs in amplifier. What is distortion? Basically, this question means what is distortion which occurs in amplifier. So you just need to write about distortion in amplifiers. So commute f beta for values ft equals to 100 and beta equals to 100. So this is a simple thing. You just need to calculate this by using the formula. Once you know the formula, you are going to get 1 mark for sure. Again, I have said about negative feedback amplifier. This is on the fourth unit. List the advantages of negative feedback amplifier. So negative feedback, what are the advantages? Compare the output impedance of all feedback configuration. All feedback configuration in the sense negative feedback, positive feedback, and unity feedback configuration. You just need to what would be the output impedance. Okay, just write it in one line and it will be more than enough. Give statement of Bragg-Hussein criteria for oscillations and suggest suitable oscillator for stable frequency. What is the oscillator? So this question you just need to write about RC coupled Wayne bridge like that. So you just need to understand that thing. So again, what I said, problems are important. You can expect the problems like this. In first unit itself, there are two problems. 2A is the problem, 3A is the problem. So second question and third question are always from the first unit. Okay, so this is the first unit. Find the operating point and stability factor of self-biasing circuit. So problem related to self-bias. And one is theory. Draw the input-output characteristics of C amplifier. H parameters. We discussed in our slide, right? H parameters is important. Again, a question here. And compute current gain, voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance of a BGT CB common base amplifier. CB means common base. Here you can understand this. Explain the effect of having emitter resistor on voltage gain. So you just need to explain the effect. This is from the first unit. So now you are understanding, right, how problems will be framed. I think maybe from stability, maybe from voltage gain, current gain, input impedance, output impedance. You just need to know the formulas. Once you know the formula, you can just apply it and you can just simply execute this. But if you don't know now, however, in this situation, you don't know one, you know only one question, that is theory part, but you don't know other. What you will do? You will leave. So instead of doing that, what you can do, you can just write about what is input gain, voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance, and use this all the given data in your answer sheet and leave it the problem, so that at least you will get a marks for attempt. 1 or 2 marks can change your result. So given data is important. So whatever the data he has given, just apply it in 1 or 2 formulas and leave that. So that is a kind of a trick. It may or may not work, but mostly it works. So this is from second unit 4A. Illustrate the methodology of FET zero drifting biasing. Show that voltage gain of a source follower is unity. Source follower unity you have to show. This should be an expression, and this is a more all theory thing. Okay, and here diagrams are important. Please draw the diagrams with pencil. 5A. I'm really sorry for this. This is not clear, but yeah, 5A is from second unit. Draw the small signal mode of CS FET amplifier and derive equations of voltage gain, input impedance and output impedance. Explain the frequency response of FET cascade amplifier. So frequency response here we have. In the third unit, what you are going to get, with considering of suitable example, circuit diagram, discuss the analysis of multi-stage amplifier. Again a problem. See how the problem will be framed, and illustrate the complete analysis of Darlington pair amplifier. We have discussed in our slide regarding Darling pair amplifier. So and hybrid pi model we can just check. Yeah, so calculate the gain bandwidth product of CE amplifier for short circuit load using hybrid pi model. So this is the question basically. And from unit 4, as I said, negative feedback amplifiers are explain effect of feedback amplifier with necessary mathematical equations. Okay, effect of feedback on amplifier. So what are the effects of feedback? Discuss the analysis of BJT voltage series feedback. So one question from BJT, and compare all feedback amplifier configurations. So you can just compare these feedback configurations with reference to different parameters. Different parameters in the sense, one could be efficiency, one could be gain, etc., etc. So you can just compare with that. You will have to draw a table and write gain, voltage gain, efficiency, or something like that. Draw a circuit diagram of BJT, current shunt feedback amplifier, and derive an equation for the voltage gain. Equation for voltage gain, generally it is equal to 1. So that's how you have to derive. 10A would be compare performance of all oscillators with reference to different parameters. Right, you just need to compare. Draw and explain the circuit diagram of Weybridge oscillator with deriving an equation for frequency. So Weybridge basically is asking about, you have to draw, explain. So if you draw this and explain this properly, the Weybridge oscillator, then definitely there is chance of you getting more marks here. Just draw properly with a pencil. Give the generalized analysis of LC oscillators and explain how the Barak-Hussein criteria will be met in Colpitt's oscillators. So Colpitt oscillators, you have Barak-Hussein this thing as a thing, and in Colpitt's oscillator with its necessary circuit diagrams and equations. So this is the video, guys, and we have discussed very much in this video regarding how questions will be framed, and I think you got an idea how this question paper will be framed. So questions are random and also problems are also random, but important topics what we discussed we have covered. So basically there won't be any direct question for you coming in the exam directly, right? What is MOSFET, what is BJT? It will be not like that, it will be like this. So in every question there will be something like explain their diagram, explain their equation, explain their expression. So you guys are going to, I think EC guys who are watching this video, you guys will be writing your exam on 27th. That would be your first exam. technically. And I would wish you all the best for your exams, and let me know in the comment box which more subjects you want to see the videos of, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. So until then, subscribe the channel, like the channel, and also if you want the notification whenever we post the new video, just press on the bell icon. As you everyone know, until then, I'll take care. Bye and all the best.